Welcome back in, everybody. After that, it was a little bit of a longer break than we usually have here, but we're going to be able to get ourselves into the second series of the day. It is going to be cybercats coming up against Sibe. Actually playing under the name Kaftami, it seems like, so we'll see if that continues on here. For now, maybe it is just going to be a standing name until they can get it changed. I'm just taking a look. And yeah, so Team Sibe coming through here. It is going to be Nesphia, Erase, Class, Nakruto, Yond, and Azdakor. That second hour is important. Meanwhile, on the side of Cybercats, Dark Lord, Young G, we've got DK Fogus, Force Major, and Ducalis. And yeah, Cybercats, they haven't played a match yet. So we'll see. I think on the odds are on the screen, on the break screen, they were coming in as the favourites. Maybe Sibe, a little bit down after they lost the first series as well. But they did lose up against Na'Vi, so it wasn't just like they lost to any random team. I think Na'Vi are going to be coming through, Na'Vi Senior coming through here as the favourites of Division 2, trying to make a push back to Division 1. Excuse me, still getting over a cold, so still got a bit of a cough. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this draft is going to go, whether, Class Nakruto and his squad are going to be coming in with any ideas, or if Kaftami, coming up, Sibe, coming against Cybercats. Against Cybercats, I think Young G, I'm looking around the mid laners, Nikki, Cool, Meljul are up there. I think Young G, probably one of the top 3 mid laners in Division 2. So I'm interested to see how, if he's going to pop off today, if they're going to be able to enable him. Again, Meljul probably around there, Nikki Cool probably at the top, but I think Young G, between those 3 players there, like I say, looking at very strong mid laners. So whether the Cybercats, they are going to be able to keep up DK Fogus, coming through from a lot of teams as well from Division 1 into Division 2. How's that quality? Force Major on the old Bet Boom team as well, that was doing really good with, before they got changed over. So interested to see, yeah, again, Cybercats, whether they are going to be that like mid-solid, mid-table team, or if they're going to be able to make a push here. I think they might be one of those outsiders. But again, after what I said after the Matreshka and the last series, where Team Sexy were taken down, so they are on 1-1. I think the Division 2 level of quality in all the teams, Na'Vi might be a little bit ahead. I think Na'Vi Senior might be a little bit ahead of everybody else, but I'm looking at the rest of the rosters, and I'm thinking this is going to be one of the closest tours in Division 2 that we've had in a long time. So I'm interested to see how it's going to play out for them. For Cybercats and Kaftami coming into this one, Kaftami are playing actually under the Kaftami banner. So we'll see if they do change that one up here. As Cybercats, like I say, maybe starting off here, we'll see what they're going to be able to go towards as we get ourselves into the draft. The Magnus and the Doom taken away already. Kaftami, what else do they want to be taken away? Is it going to be that Techies ban? Maybe trying to bait out a Medusa ban here from Cybercats.
Dire team ban.
You ban out the Bat Rider here, so Cybercats, what is their answer?
Radiant team pick.
If it is, it's going to be the Pango. I say, are they bluffing? They're like, we've already banned out the Pango. Here's the opening. You could go for this Medusa if you want it. First phase it. And Kaftami, they're going to think about it. They are considering it. I mean, the Techies are still there as well. The Beastmaster comes out for Kaftami, actually. So Cybercats, Techies Medusa, maybe. What is going to be the Medusa right off the bat? Will it be, yeah, Techies Medusa comes out, yeah. One of the, I think one of the strongest openings in the game at the minute. And Cybercats just being able to pull it out of the bag. Kaftami, how do they answer back now? I mean, the Pangoli's already been banned out first phase. So if you don't pick up like an Anti-Mage or a Slark here, Anti-Mage, Slark, Bloodseeker, I think all going to be banned out from Cybercats.
Radiant team ban.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Okay, they go into the Wind Ranger, and I think this might be the position 1 Wind Ranger. So Shadow Demon ban comes out. I'm surprised Shadow Demon gets banned out from Kaftami here. Excuse me, again, just getting over the cold. So a bit of a hay fever kicking in here as well. If there's... So the ban comes up from the Slark. But yeah, I think Kaftami have done a favour there to Cybercats with the ban on the Shadow Demon. Because that's a good one to turn around on the Medusa. The Shadow Demon with the Darkseer.
5 seconds remaining.
Just Kev to me. Just thinking about this one. What else did he want to ban out? I mean, you're already going to see at some point that Medusa is going to go for a nullifier over the Wind Ranger. You know, whether this is going to be the core Wind Ranger or whether it's going to be the support Wind Ranger. I still don't know, because we did see that I was adamant in that first game, Team Sexy were going to pick up the core Wind Ranger. They ended up putting it on the 4 with the underload in the off lane. It just didn't work. Like, it just had, I'm going to say, 0 impact in that game, to be honest. So, Kev, to me, what do you want to be removing here? I think this is going to be the position 1 Wind Ranger, the position 3 Bat Rider. Again, surprised he took out the Shadow Demon, but maybe thinking cybercats might pick it up to go offensive with this Medusa. You'll be able to put out your own Medusa illusions. So they take away the Undying. Cybercats, is it going to be the AM ban into the Darkseer? I think that's going to be, you know, that's what I'd be banning out here. AM Darkseer. And we'll see
10 seconds
just what it is for cybercats. What they want to be banning. Again, they have themselves 2 minutes, 10 seconds reserve time, full reserve time to think about this next phase of bans. Yeah, AM. It makes sense. It does make sense, you know, being able to burn down the Medusa's mana. And kind of ruin that hero, especially if the Wind Ranger... I mean, you could still run that Wind Ranger 2, build towards a quick Diffusal Blade. On the Windy, still have that AM as a carry. So Wind Ranger is still completely a flex hero here. Race could play that in the mid lane.
Dire team ban.
So the Underlord ban comes out here. Kev to me. I mean, you could... Okay, so probably not going to be the Darkseer, because you've already got the Beastmaster. Unless you, again, want to do something funky, like run it as a 4 or as a 2. So cybercats, what else don't you want to be playing against? Up against this Medusa.
5 seconds.
Hero-wise, let's take a quick looky-loo at the rosters. Maybe something like a Naga Siren. Ban out the Pugna. So there's not going to be... I thought they might have gone for that themselves, you know, being able to redrain the mana onto the Medusa on the side of cybercats, you know, keep themselves going like that. With them having the first pick in the next phase as well, but they're going to go for the Spirit Breaker.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, good, solid 3 or 4, depending on where they want to play it, you know, but in the off lane, puts out a lot of damage, can get the harass out as well. Kev to me, how do they want to answer back here? Because they are probably going to reveal whether this is going to be the carry or the mid Wind Ranger in this phase. So cybercats can hang on to picking off, you know, the mid laner. They do have the final pick as well, cybercats, so they could just go in for their offlaner.
Radiant team pick.
Though it depends on what Captain reveal here, because Captain have the next 2 picks. And cybercat's going to be able to respond. So the Ench comes out early on for Keftami. But again, they have to pick this next one. So cybercats, they're going to know whether it's going to be this...
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe not, but they're going to know before they have to pick in the final picks whether it's going to be the mid or the carry Wind Ranger.
Remaining.
So again, they can save that mid pick. Maybe just pick the off laner here after the pick comes out from Keftami. Or the position 4, depending on what they want to do with the Spirit Breaker. And Keftami taking some time. Again, they've got themselves 37 seconds left on this reserve time here, so they can take themselves a good couple of, you know, a bit of time to think about this one, maybe think about the next phase. Okay. So it is going to be at least a core Wind Ranger. The Scarith Mage comes out as well. Shackles as well as the Roar. That's going to be 2 heroes that it can go well with. So cybercats now,
10 seconds
they know what the off lane's going to be. I mean, they've already got the Medusa out. They could pick up a... Well, again, depending on what the Spirit Breaker is going to be, either the off lane here or the second support. What would you want to go for here? Maybe a bit of Burst. Because the Ench, Scarith Mage, both not the tankiest heroes in the world. Ench obviously be able to stand up to the right clicks coming out when he gets the punch in the Untouchable.
Radiant team back.
So they go for the Void Spirit. They actually do just straight up pick it. Okay. Okie dokie. And with the carry to be picked here, cybercats, they're going to have a response with their offlane, and whatever Keftimi pick. The Jug is still there, the Faceless Void's still there as well. Just looking through the heroes that cybercats might want to be taken away from the side of Keftimi. Jug's probably going to be a big one, because the Jug is doing all right. It's, you know, it's making waves up against Medusas here. So they ban out the Axe here. Ember Spirit's going to be taken away from Keftimi. So are they thinking this is going to be the carry win range of the banning out mid laners? Ember Spirit does quite well up against the Void Spirit as well. You know, I think that one still comes down to player skill a little bit. So even with Young G playing on this Void Spirit, they're just like, you know what? We want to make this lane as easy as possible. So did he ban out a Storm Spirit here as well? Mid lane wise, what else can they look to pick up? Puck. With the Scarith Mage being there, you know, with the control come through. I just don't like that Keftimi don't have like a... Okay, the Beastmaster is going to be able to send it. If he goes for the Helm of the Overlord, you know, he's going to be able to send like a Thunderhide or a Granite Golem to the front. But, and again, I don't like the word tank.
Radiant team pick.
But Keftimi don't really have a frontline hero that's going to be able to soak up a lot of harass, you know, soak up that initial punishment. The Cybercats do ban out the Storm Spirit. So, what do they want to be picking up here, Keftimi?
10 seconds remaining.
I like Cybercats. Again, Mars isn't really picked up. But something that can, maybe like an Ogre Magi off. Man, they're going to go for the Morphling. Okay, so it is going to be the mid-win ranger. Okay, Morphling comes out here. And how does Cybercats turn this one around? Because they've got themselves a lot of time to think about this one. Now, offlane
10 seconds remaining.
For Cybercats. Let's take a look at it. Again, the Ogre Magi
remaining.
seems pretty darn tanky. Can't really be taken down here. LC, do you want to be going for an LC? You don't have, I mean, you have the techies, so you have a decent amount of burst, and I mean, it could still be. They might go for like a silencer here, like a second support, and run the Spirit Breaker as the 3. So the window is still open. The Magnus got banned out in the first phase as well, so they're not going to be going towards that. Brewmaster I've seen being picked up a couple of times. Venomancer as a 4 with a 3 Spirit Breaker might not be too bad. I mean, they could go for the Darkseer themselves if they wanted to. So whenever this morphs into whatever he does, just trying to turn that right back up against him. Because if he gets an Aghanim Scepter out here, steals the stats away from the Void Spirit. But the Darkseer comes in with his wall, you know, drags the Morphling right back into that one. A lot of harass to come out in the lane as well. So a minute left here, Cybercats. What do they want to be picking up? Usually does go for both the Pipe as well as the Greaves on the Darkseer. Might even get a Crimson Guard out of that as well, so a lot of protection. What else? Tide for a lot of disruption in this fight might not be too bad. You'll be able to come in with this Ravage. Set up for the Medusa just to walk in with the Stone Gaze here as well. The Spirit Breaker to be able to run across the heroes, get the kill. So they are taking the time to think about this one, Cybercats.
Choose your hero.
Gonna be the Primal Beast. Right, okay. We've not seen the Primal for a good long while. I mean, it's still going to be the strength hero, still going to be able to do a lot of damage on it. And Nesvir, if he's playing like full Agi, you've got to watch out for the magic damage coming through on that trample here. After the jump in. A lot of controls come out on the Pulverize. I like this. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting to see any Primal Beasts. You know, like I say, haven't been seeing Primal Beasts at all for the past... Well, for just Division 2. You know, he might have popped up in Division 1 somewhere along the lines. I didn't see all of Division 1, so I'm not quite sure. But TK Fogus, it is going to be his Primal Beast here. And... Okay, Force Majeure, so it is going to be the Primal Beast with the techies off lane. The Medusa coming out as well here for Cybercats. I'm hesitant to call this one early for Cybercats because I think with the Morphling you still have a really good lineup. You know, you can put the pressure on, do a lot of damage if the Morphling gets himself underway. But still though, it's a Medusa game. It is a Medusa game. If this Medusa gets big enough, nothing going to be able to stand up against it, even with the Morph getting the shift off, trying to steal the Medusa form. But Before we find out how this one's going to go, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB, and then we'll be back after this video.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, as we get ourselves in, let's see how this one is going to go. And yeah, a race going to be on this win ranger, so we'll see how this one's going to play as well. Odds-wise, okay, Kaftami coming out to the 3.2 to the 1.2 here of the cybercats. And cybercats, again, looked really comfortable in the last tour. So we'll see how comfortable they're going to be coming up against Kaftami here. And Kaftami, both Kaftami and cybercats from third-party tournaments have some video, have some game tape online that each of them will be able to study. What comes down from cybercats, maybe just to see if anyone does rotate in to try and take this bounty rune.
30 seconds to battle.
And if not, they might be able to go for an invade, but you've got 3, 4, in fact all 5 heroes here from the side of Kaftami just hanging around. So, they're pinging this one out, making a move towards the lower river bounty rune. Is he going to be interrupted, though? Does he want to come in with the onslaught here on the Primal Beast? Maybe get some stuns. It looks like it's just going to be a 2-for-2 trade here. Yeah, Primal Beast, though. Actually, no, they're going to go for the rotation round. It's going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of cybercats. Set that one up pretty much perfectly, though. With the information they see, no one making a move towards it, and they just instantly get themselves in, steal the rune. And Kaftami going to be a little bit sad over that. But, I mean, it's only an initial bounty rune, so what's that? It's not a lot of gold. Just enough to give them a little bit of a net worth lead. But yeah, it's not bad for the side of Kaftami. Interested to see, it is going to be the position 5 Ducalis Spirit Breaker. Instantly just gets the bash off there as well. First hit, first bash. So, you don't usually see the charge coming out anymore at level 1, and Ducalis just going to try and close that gap, get the bully off here with that bash, to try and get it off on that 17% chance. As in the mid lane, Young G coming up against the race. Let's see here, Ducalis getting some harass coming through here. He's going to be slowed down by the Scarlet Mage as well. As bottom lane, actually, there's going to be some sticky bombs coming through, and Asticor taking a lot of damage here as well as the Morphlin. And Nesvia has to be so careful about the initial catch-up coming through. Primal Beast actually going to go for the uproar and not the onslaught or the trample to come out early on. But around level 3, level 4, I mean, it is a lot of magic damage to come through, especially if you get the blast off stun as well. And Primal Beast is going to go for the triple gauntlets of strength here as well. Straight into a Vanguard. DK Focus. Just trying to get whatever farm he can get out of this lane early on. Uproar comes through. Just the extra damage, the extra armor here as well. Protection comes through, and Nesvia is going to be really careful. There's going to be a really nice jump in here. That level 2 trample comes out immediately. DK Focus, he's going to take a tower shot for his troubles here, but Nesvia, well, just putting the fear of God in him. And top lane. Young G in the mid lane. Taking some punishment. A race out of mana now. Has to move himself over. Doesn't have the bottle. Is it on the courier? It is. So he's going to have to pick up the water. Oh, this is rough. You have to pick up the water rune before the bottle even gets to you. Meanwhile, Young G's got his. He's got his bottle. He's got his water rune. Top lane, though. Bit of damage coming out to Yon. Yon doesn't get himself away from this one. It looks like there might be enough damage here to force Yon back away from Ducalis. And Ducalis level 2. So has that charge available now? He's trying to do his best here on the Scarlet Mage, but going to be out of regen, it looks like. And we'll see if his courier comes in with anything. Towing out any clarities, any mangoes. Because once he's out of mana, that's a lot of his usefulness in the lane. Straight gone. And Ducalis, if he gets a good run at him, maybe level 3, another point here in the Greater Bash. Just for the extra stun duration, the damage to come through, and they've got it now. But on the bottom lane, the blast off comes on into the Morphlin. The Morphlin can get himself away from this one. The blood grenade, the force back onto the Techies. Techies taking tower shots. Do they get the kill? They do. Asticor He's going to be able to pick up the first blood. Great blast coming through here with the adapter strike from the Morphlin, pushing the techies underneath the tower. And Astigor was just able to clean that one up. Dark Lords. We'll see here. Yont just trying to get some harass out onto Ducalis again, slowing him down here. Mid lane. How's it looking to do? I actually want to go on to this one. As the Beastmaster. 2 points into the axis, so is looking to get this harass out here onto Dark Lord. The Spirit Breaker going to go on the charge. I think Yon might have just seen him. Is he going to come all the way down? He's going to try and go into a race. Was that? It looks like the Void Spirit's already thrown out his remnant now as well. A race. He's got that Wind Run, the Shackle. It catches out onto the Spirit Breaker in the river. He had the visions for it. And a race, he stops him in his tracks. So Ducalis, he has to do the long, slow walk back towards the top lane here. How's it looking now? A race nearly a full level behind. Well, he's about half a level behind, but level 4 to level 5 here. This Void Spirit having a really good time. Nesphere, how's this farm looking, Nesphere? He's got 18 last hits, 4 denies. Meanwhile, the Medusa on the top lane, 24 last hits and 3 denies. So the Morphlin not having as good a time as the Medusa, and this only gets worse. Once this Medusa gets a few points up in the split shot, starts to be able to put out the harass. Move into the jungle and get the farm as well onto the, just farm up creep camps like that. Just multi-shot coming through. The Morphlin's going to have a little bit of a hard time catching back up. What's the actual net worth difference? It's going to be about 600 gold between the two heroes, but again, once the split shot starts to come through, that will start to stack up here. And Morphlin, interested to see how aggressive he's going to be at trying to go for fights in terms of grouping up with his team compared to just trying to catch up and look to farm in the jungle here. Asgard's going to be taking a lot of damage. Waveform comes through. DK Focus. He's got that uproar if he wants to use it, but won't use it just yet. Going towards that Vanguard now as well. Mid lane. How's the race doing up against the Void Spirit right at the top of the net worth here? But he's only about 400 gold behind a race behind Young G. It's not awful. Class Nakruta. Just looking to find the farm. I wonder if it is going to be the Helm of the... Yeah, so Helm of the Dominator coming up for the Beastmaster, so looks like it's going to be the Helm of the Overlord and not a Aghanim Scepter. Straight off the bat here. Charge comes through. Rock Scarlet Mage. He's going to be bounced around. Do they get the kill? Trying to get himself towards the Simbi's rune here, but Youngji's going to be able to bottle it, pick it up, and this should be the first kill on the board for Cybercats. No! The body blocks, they don't have the control on Scarlet Mage underneath the tier 1 tower here. No Astral Step for the 15 seconds. Youngji's out of mana as well. Got to be careful. Askar's going to rotate in. Did they have a sentry down? He might pop the Imbis. They have the control. Do they have the damage to get the kill onto Youngji? Charge comes through here. Stunning onto the wind range, and Youngji gets a Resonant Pulse off. And Astigor is trying to get in range of the Impetus. It's going to be enough damage. Astigor gets another kill on the board. And now the focus fire from Erase Ducalis. He doesn't have the mana. Doesn't even have that charge. On cooldown for 4 seconds. And Astigor, he is cleaning up here. And Keftami, I thought that was a really clean charger onto the Scarlet Mage. But the overextend and the Wind Ranger able to come right back in there. Astigor, good rotation through. They get 2 kills. 3 kills on the Enchantress overall.
Radiant
And now Class Nakruto looks like he's making his way over to this Wisdom Room, so it is going to be the Beastmaster that picks it up. Should be his 6. Close to it, but not completely there. The Techies moves himself over to his Wisdom Room, and that's going to be at least level 4 here, yeah. So Techies just going to be able to get this Wisdom Room out uncontested here. And Nesphere, I mean, while this is all going on, the Medusa is still farming. Level 6 on the Medusa here. To the level 5 in a little bit on the Morphlin. So, Dark Lord still having a really good time in this lane, no matter what's going on for the rest of the map. Bottom lane, though. Nesphere's pretty low. Blood Grenade comes out. Force Majeure is going to be the drag back here on the Techies. Techies should go down. With one more right-click, Nesphere's going to be able to claim this kill. The disarm comes out onto Astigor. But Nesphere still has the damage to get the kill there on the Techies, even with that taser going. How's that Wind Runner looking here? He's caught up to Void Spirit now as well. He does have an Astral Step. He wants to get himself away. Remnant comes through. The silence here from Ducalis, or onto Ducalis from Yond. So Ducalis has that charge down, but we don't want to see a repeat of that last fight in mid. So it looks like they're going to back themselves away. The refresh on the bottle here for Young G. Coming through from Force Majeure. At least, I mean, DK Fogus, he's not getting any pressure, not getting any kills onto the Morphling, but he's not being pressured himself. So he's got this Vanguard out now, and yeah, DK Fogus pulverized here onto mid lane though. They're going to charge in, the Void Spirit drops the remnant, they might have the control. Erase. Oh, come on, man, that's just bad manners.
这是可以啊。
Going for the pause, already used this wind run. Techies though getting in range for the blast off, and yeah, Dark Lord. The lag call comes out, but it's mid-fight, so how are they going to respond to this? Sorry Go comes through here from Erase. And he's going to be out of the wind run, charged up, bashed up now as well. Do they have the control to get the kill? Sticky Bomb comes in, Erase shackles, it won't latch. The blast off, it won't be there now as well, but Erase will still go down, and Young G gets the kill.
Radiant's middle
So,
tower is under attack.
does this set up? I mean, you've got, it's only level 5 on Force. So he doesn't have the proxy mines to come out, can't do the building damage here. As Medusa, 2 points again into the split shot, 4 points into this Mystic Snake, just continues to farm up. I'm going straight to the Manta style here, this Medusa.
Under attack.
Scarroth's going to be back on the lane with the Beastmaster.
My path
And Yon, though, what's he going to look to do? Because, is he just soaking the lane XP while the Beastmaster farms out these stacks? It looks like he is.
a bauble from the
Force
void.
Majeure. How far away? I mean, he's already got the Helm of the Dominator here for Beastmaster as well, so he is just going to be farming up these stacks. Got himself a 1-2 triple quad ancient stack to farm up now as well. On the
Dire's
beast.
middle tower is under attack.
No boots at all now. Mid lane though. Erase, going to try and get the charge down. Ducalis taking a lot of damage. The Remnant does come through to get the kill on Ducalis. Do they want to go for more? Nesvia did rotate off the lane here now as well. Astigore could be in trouble. Where's that pulverize? Well, it's going to be the trample first coming out from the Primal Beast. The Sticky Bomb Astigore will go down. Given that killing spree gold here over to Force Majeure. And now, well, he's got himself into that Primal Beast form here, but Nesvia being controlled. Pulverize comes out. He's going to be able to do anything. It's going to be the double trample coming through. Morphlin. DK Fogus, does he want to carry on going? Has that Vanguard. Soaking up a lot of damage here, DK Fogus, with the Uproar. So all it's really done is waste a lot of Nesvia's time. It looks like the Morphlin as well. Going to go straight into this Lincoln Sphere. Okay, okie dokie. Maybe to drop like the Pulverize, because it's not... Well, you've got the Charge, you've got a Void Remnant, you've got the Blast Off. Pretty much everything in the Spirit Breaker's kit, really. Spirit Breaker's still level 5. Does the Shackle come through here? Nope, but Ducalis doesn't complete the charge. As it looks like the Beastmaster wants to push out this top lane with his Helm of the... It's just a Dominator, right? No Overlord just yet. Yeah, just Helm of the Dominator. Big rotations coming through. Pretty much everybody on the map, apart from... In fact, I'd be surprised not to see the Primal Beast make a move up near here now as well. But Ducalis, he will go down. Young G going to be forced away. Power Shot comes out here from the Wind Ranger.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Medusa
attack.
level 9. What's that? 4, 4, and 1. So yeah, okay. He's not invested a point into the Stone Gaze. Can he get the kill? I mean, Nesvia is still looking to farm. Yeah, it is going to be the Lincoln Sphere here now as well for the Morphlin after the Cornucopia. And Young G. It's going to be the Echo Saber. It's not going to be too far away from it here. Void Spirit, 400 gold away from the Echo Saber. You've got the Medusa still going towards now. This Manta style has the recipe, about 1,000 gold away from the full Manta style. Ench, Drums. Drums not too far away. Didn't actually go for the Dragonlance here on Astigore, even after getting 3 kills on the board. So it's going to be the Drums right off the bat for the Ench. Nothing to say that he can't go back. 4 staff maybe first to come out, and then into the Dragonlance, into the Hurricane Pike.
New treasures.
Just blasting Cruto. How's he going to look? Still the Helm of the Overlord to come out for him. Spirit Breaker, nothing queued up for him. Something coming out on the courier. Just going to be a ward. I mean, can't forget, this is a position 5 Spirit Breaker. So, mid lane, we'll come back to the thought in a second here. Heroes are grouping up on this. This is going to be the big wraparound coming through. Did he get the kill? There's going to be the silence coming through onto the Void Spirit. Void Spirit trying to get himself away. The Mystic Flare does get dropped. They get the kill. The Blast Off comes through, though. They don't get the kill. And he's going to be able to get himself away with the double Astral Step. Void Spirit lives. He lives. And now the charge, DK Fogus. He cancels that one midway through. So it looks like it was just enough to get the Void Spirit out. He got so low. Down to like less than 50 health there, and I thought he was straight up dead. The Void Spirit making a liar out of me here. Just to spite me. That's what the players do. They do things like this to spite the casters. It's not about winning games. Just make it about the casters look stupid. Dark Lord just continues to farm. Has the gold now in about 50 gold, 40 gold for the last part of the Manta style. And then straight up Skadi queued up after that. It makes sense that Dark Lord didn't want to go straight into this butterfly. How are the odds looking? Kef to me, even though they're ahead in terms of kills, you know, they're going to be behind on odds. And yeah, Medusa, I mean, fully playing this PvE game here. So is Class Recruiter to a point. Medusa just has that point in the stone gaze just in case. But it looks like where's this charge going to come through? It's on the Scarith Mage here. Techies, is he going to set up for the blast off? Astigo is going to come in close now as well. This could be big. Charge comes through, but the Shackles, it latches now as well. There's going to be the step forward now by the Void Spirit, but the Void Spirit, not the healthiest hero in the world. The double blast off, it does connect. And the Medusa, they want to come into this. It's going to be the Mystic Flare coming through. Yond gets low. Do they have the damage to get the kill onto him? Yond on the high ground now as well, but they don't have the vision. Class Recruito, it looks like here, cybercats, everybody apart from the Primal Beast stepping up, putting pressure onto this tier 1 tower with the Manta style being out now for the Medusa. They want to rock this, they only want to take this tier 1 tower down. And I don't think the Morphlin's ready to contest into this one in a 5v5 fight. That Lincoln Sphere still a ways away here from me. He's still going to be up 500 gold, 400 gold. And while this is going on, the tier 1 tower goes the way of Dark Lord. And he can just walk himself right back up to the top lane now as well. The Beastmaster, he's looking to put some pressure on earlier on. But with the Medusa being here, 4 points into the split shot, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, full 4 points into the split shot. The Manta Cell coming out now as well. This Dark Lord, he is deep pushing this lane. And the Beastmaster being forced into the jungle. Because that tier 1 tower still stands. And I don't think it's going to go down anytime soon. They are grouping up. Level 11 on the Beastmaster now as well. He might be able to get level 12 off this Ancient stack. If not close to. Super. Yeah, he does pick it up. So the second point here in the roar. So Yond. Are they going to look for a kill? Morphlin. Back line. He might now be able to put the pressure on. Techie's going to be caught out. Yeah, but the taser, the disarm comes through. Blast off the shackle, it latches, but he's going to be able to get himself away now as well. Force Majeure setting up for this tier 1 tower on the top lane. While this is going on though, Primal Beast putting pressure on. They've got a catapult wave. They've got a lane and a half worth of creeps. They've got themselves a tier 1 tower, and Primal Beast on the bottom lane trying to return this favor, but he is only one man, one beast. He's going to be able to get this here. There's going to be the rotation coming through from Erase, but Erase already used this focus fire. So now through the twin gates, Morphlin comes, Shackle's going to connect, Primal Beast to get himself away from this one. The point blank, but he's going to be interrupted on his own onslaught to try and get himself away. The Pulverize comes through now as well, the Techie's rotating in, but DK Focus, he will go down. 3 heroes on the side of Keftomy, grouping up to be able to get that kill.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
So, I mean, Keftomy, even though they're being given what was that, 4-to-1 odds? They're finding the kills. I think this is like a repeat of the last series where, yeah, cybercats, they are the favorites, but Keftomy, they're finding the space. And I don't know. Well, it is a Medusa game. It is a Medusa game with Skadi coming up. And yeah, I think at that point, Dark Lord just starts to run down the lanes with his team. And then the Diffuser Blade himself. Okay, the Medusa. Going into the Diff Blade on the Medusa. I've not seen this. I've just not seen this. Yeah, no, I can't say that I've ever seen this coming out here. So the Diff Blade into the... what he's got queued up here is the Skadi into the Diff Blade into a Moon Shard here for the Medusa. And then I think maybe a Daedalus queued up with a Demon Edge. Or maybe just a casual Demon Edge. You know, maybe not making them... No, MKB. Why did that slip my mind? The MKB to try and deal with the Wind Ranger. So Dark Lords... Yeah, still going to be a ways away. He's going to be about 2,000 gold away from completing the Skadi, but with the way that this Medusa's farming, you look at him, 10k net worth already, 17 minutes in, with the Manta Cell Illusions farming up now as well. Not going to be the worst timing in the world here for Medusa.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's Ducalis. How's the Morphin looking? Okay, so it is going to be the Lincoln's flying out to him. I mean, that's the first big item, though, here. 17 minutes in. He's going to have the Blade of Lacti as well. Trying to go towards a straight up Ags. On Nesphere. So we'll see how quickly he is going to be able to get towards that one. Meanwhile, Class Recruito grouping up here with Yond. Are they just going to continue pushing? I think they just continue pushing, putting pressure onto the tier 2 tower on the top lane. If anyone gets caught out by Aurora as well, it's still only the Mystic Fleur level 1. So it's only, I say only, it's 800 damage, you know, no level 2 just yet. There's Race. Does move himself up, but there's going to be a 3-man rotation coming through from cybercats. They're going to try and make this dive happen. The Void Remnant comes through now as well. The blast off. Mystic Flare will be there. Do they get the kill onto the Beastmaster? Because the rotation comes in from the Morphling now as well. The Morphling trying to do what he can. A lot of damage coming through here, but the Taser, do they have the control to get the kill? The Snake, the Mystic bounce back from the Nether Strike. They've got the lockdown onto the Morphling. He's only got so much strength to play with. The Net Sphere, he will go down. Stone Gaze, are they going to continue going here? It looks like they want this Black Dragon. So a 2 for 3, losing the Beastmaster, the Scarith Mage, and the Morphling, but they take down the Void Spirit and the Techies in return. Not really too worth it here from the side of Captain. You know, a good fight coming out from cybercats, and now cybercats, what do they do with this advantage? Is it just back to farming? Because that was a lot of gold being given over to the Medusa, and the Medusa, this is going to be the Scardy coming out now for Dark Lord. And yeah, Medusa. So okay, cybercats getting themselves back into it. Maybe they do deserve the favorite odds. Primal Beast has himself the phase boots, has himself the drums as well. Boots of Burn to come out for him. Yeah, I mean he has 2 feet, so a boot for each foot. Nothing wrong with going mismatched. It's like wearing like phase boots and then the boots of Burn. It's like wearing like a cowboy boot and then a Converse on the other foot. So we'll see here, 4-man rotation coming through from the side of Kaftami, but cybercats, they are grouping up. They've got the root down. Did they get this one? There's going to be jumping now as well. They've got the drive back onto the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger going to be controlled. Now the strike comes out now as well. He's going to be able to get this Wind Run off. He's trying to run himself away from this one, but damage, it's going to stack up. Young G gets the kill. Silence now onto that Spirit Breaker, but they want to go underneath the tier 1. The Pulverize comes through. They're going to be able to get the kill onto, surely they get the kill onto this Enchantress now as well. They do. Snake bounces around Astegore. He's going to be cleaned up here by the Medusa. Charge comes through. The Trample as well from DK Bogus. Stone Gaze, they've got the lockdown onto Yond. They're taking down absolutely everybody on the side of Kaftami here, even taking down the big Black Dragon. And they should be able to go for Roche off the back of this if they want to too.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And yeah, that's the regen boots for the Spirit Breaker. You should have them flying out. On the courier, maybe? Did he not? Did he change his mind? I think he changed his mind. Oh, okay, you went into the medallion. Okay, straight up buys a medallion here instead of going into the Boots of Burn. No, wait, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the Primal Beast. The Primal Beast went into the Boots of Burn. I'm just so used to seeing the Spirit Breaker of boots. But yeah, so phase boots, Boots of Burn out for Primal Beast now as well. Stacks up that damage. Just stacks on stacks on stacks coming out now. You're going to be able to pop those Boots of Burn. You run yourself in with the phase as well. Forget about it. DK Focus will be running over fools in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower
How's the Wendy looking? Not great. The Primal Beast is ahead of him in terms of net worth. Wind Ranger is having an abysmal time here. 0, 2, and 7 from the mid lane. Rodovatos is already out. This looks like it's going to be close to a Glepnir into the Ag Scepter.
Radiant's top tower.
But yeah, no, for the minute, the Wind Ranger is just suffering in terms of net worth. Morphling is going to be second. He's going to be behind the Medusa, though. The Medusa, that's the full Scardy. Aegis out. Yeah, Diff Blade coming out now as well.
Radiant's top tower is under
into
attack.
The Moon Shard. And the Diff Blade, he's got the gold for it if he wants to buy it up. Later, actually, he's going to be there. He buys it out.
Not for myself.
Radiant
There's more.
structures are fortified.
He does have the Ag Scepter. That's a big
Radiant's
boost
top
in these
tower is
fights.
under attack.
No matter whose form he takes.
Dire are scanning.
But again, he's going to be about an item behind the Medusa. Because the Diff Blade flying in will be completed here. Maybe just in time for another fight. There's going to be the EU. Do they get the kill onto the courier? No. The Diff Blade gets delivered now as well. Nesri does take the Medusa's form. Stone Gaze will be coming through though. Does he have enough on that mana shield to try and survive through this one? The Pulverize comes out. They've got the onslaught. They've got the damage. You're going to be able to get 2 of them. Stone Gaze keeps the Scarith Mage in place. And it looks like with the damage coming through, they're going to be able to go for more here now as well. The mine goes down and so should Plasma Cruto. Slowly, the Beastmaster will be controlled and Young G gets this kill. It looks like here. cybercats, they're going to go for the tier 2 tower and then maybe go straight for this tormentor on the Radiant side of the map. And yeah, Class and Naruto all of a sudden fall behind. Net worth goes the way of cybercats. They've got themselves 11 kills to 9. And yeah, they're going to be able to stack up here on this tormentor. And on Force, he's got to be careful because he's going to be taking a lot of this reflected damage. But in the end, Primal Beast is the one that gets the shard. So the rock throw. That's actually really nice. Wait.
Okay,
Spirit Breaker already had his shard. Okay, so yeah, it was between the techies and the Primal Beast. And with that, he does jump above the net worth of the Void Spirit. That's why I was like, but the Primal Beast is so much. But yeah, no. The Spirit Breaker already bought his shard out. So he's got that plan out of pocket already. And it looks like they're going to be able to get themselves another Tormentor. So everybody apart from the Medusa on the side of Cybercats will now have the... Oh, Force, buddy. Just walk away. Just give it a walk away. Yeah, everybody should now have the shard apart from the Medusa. Void Spirit gets his... Oh, Techies, of course. Techies doesn't have his shard yet. But the Void Spirit getting that one, that's still a really good one. So... the damage coming through now. The extra pull on the Aether Remnant as well, so it means it only pulls onto heroes. It is... I mean, it's probably not one that you want to be buying yourself, but if you do get it off a Tormentor like that, it's a really nice one to have. As Dark Lord just continues going, yeah. Moonshard, 1,000 gold away from it. Dark Lord is cooking. And I don't think there's anything that Keftami can do to try and put this Medusa out. Aegis has 1 minute and 14 left. And after that, it's going to be the MKB into a Lincoln's and Medusa. He's just going to run fools down. He's going to be like, sup, nuts. With his the damage coming through from the split shot, he's just going to be able to... I mean, I wouldn't say 1v5. But let's see if this fight breaks out now as well. Beastmaster's going to be seeing the charge comes through. They've got the control onto the Beastmaster. They get this kill, and the Morphin just says straight up, nope. Trying to get himself out with the TP. Was that pulverized? They're going to be able to get it. No! The grab! Oh, he stopped to throw the rock. And if he'd have not, he would have been able to get that pulverize off onto the Morphin there. And that would have been another kill. Morph, again, only so much you can do with the attribute shift. But they take the Twin Gate back down to the bottom lane. They want to take this tier 3 tower down, excuse me, the tier 2 tower down in the bottom lane to open up the pressure onto the tier 3s.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The Cybercats just continue going, and I don't know what Keftami are going to be able to do here to try and disrupt this one. Charge comes through. He's going to be able to connect onto 2 heroes now as well. These Manta style illusions. Well, you've got to jump in. Do they get the kill? DK Focus trying to do what they can to get the kill into Yond. Already Nesphere now as well in that Medusa form, trying to do what they can with the Mana Shield coming through, but they've got the control. They might even have the kill, even with the attribute shift coming through. They lock down this Morph and they get the kill. 17k net worth lead here. No buyback on the Morph. He's dead for 47 seconds. This is going to be a tier 3. This is going to be a set of racks. Yeah, the Medusa with the Moonshard out now as well. How do you stop him? Well, I don't even know. I straight up do not know. Fort will be used, but again, no more than for 30 seconds. 26 minutes in, Cybercats, it was looking rough for them a little bit earlier on, but then this Medusa comes online and they're just like, bam! They take the entire map over. 26 minutes in here. They're going to be able to get themselves a lane of racks. What's that forward? Dark Lord. It's going to be fine. Still has that Storm Gaze if he gets into a pickle. Yeah, look at this. The illusions come through. He's just going to stand his ground here. Rock Toss comes through. Gets his son onto the edge. The racks, the illusions here from the Medusa. Just going to put the pressure on. It's going to be a melee racks that goes down. The range rack's still standing though here. So it looks like Ducalis with a charge. He's just looking to put the pressure on where he can. Force maybe this mid lane in. The mid lane tier 2 tower still stands. Roche, where is he going to be? 1 minute and 40 at least before the big man's back up. Wind Ranger going towards that Ag Scepter. Still going to be about 2,000 gold away from that. Nesphere into the BKB. Not even started. Picked up a Crystallis though. So maybe looking to get the proc damage off in the split shot. There's going to be the jump in. The trample. Pulverize comes out. And yes, Gareth. He's going to go to that great big chicken coop in the sky here. They do get the lockdown with the shackle into the Primal Beast. Taking a lot of damage here, so a revenge kill almost immediately. Nobody else from the side of Cybercats was there. Okay, so his focus is down. 45 seconds. No buyback here from him, but he's not really worried about his buyback because all the tier 2 towers still do stand. Zakao's going to be able to get the charge on the top lane. Just clear off this creep wave. Bottom lane. Did he get the kill onto the techies? Techies, mate. May have overextended here now. The jump comes out. He has his 4 staff. But yeah, the TP away. That's Dark Lord. How's he looking? Still going towards that Monkey King bar. 11, 21, 675. So he's about 1,000 gold away, this Medusa. Just a little bit over, but you're not by a long shot. By, what, 1,100 gold before he's going to be able to pick up this MKB. And yeah, Roshan, 20 seconds at least before the big man's back up in his pit. Ench! Does he get the kill here? Snake's going to bounce through here. Astigor's going to take a little bit of damage, but Astigor, charge will come through. 2 points. Does he get himself away? Only the 1 point, actually. Only level 11. I thought he had 2 points in the Untouchable, but only the 1 point. And with that Moonshard, as well as all the stats on the Medusa, he might just be able to right-click him down through that Untouchable. But Astigor this time thanks his lucky stars that Class and Kuto is going to take the harass coming through. Taser, lockdown, kill.
I thought you'd last longer.
What can you actually do here on the side of Class and Kuto? Because the 19k behind Roshan. Straight up respawn.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, he's up. Big man's back in his cave. On the... Well, we are on nighttime for the next 30 seconds. But then you might just set up around the bottom Roche pit. Not expecting pretty much an instant respawn on the Roche man. Void Spirit, gotta be careful. You do get the lockdown now as well. But the Voids... Yeah, he's got himself with double damage rune. There was a charge coming in as well. If he got into danger, has a nullifier and a Manta style. He's just going to be able to give it the old walk away. As once again, the Medusa just walks himself right into the base, all into that last part of the range tracks here in the bottom lane. And that's your MKB on the Medusa. Sure. With the split shot now as well, this is just racking up the damage. Lincoln Sphere to follow from this, but I don't know if this game... Is it going to go long enough that the Medusa's going to be able to get towards that link? Because, I mean, the way that he's farming, I'm not going to say no here. 8,000 gold difference between him and the Morphling. The Morphling, Lincoln Sphere's out for him. Still going towards the BKB. About 1,100 gold away from that one, the Morphling, though. So it's still a ways away. Solar Crest coming out from the Scarth Mage. And Astigor. How's he looking? The Hurricane Pike coming out from the end. Show. Yeah, he did go drums into the 4-staff here. Gonna go back for the Hurricane Pike. But while this is going on, second Roche of the game and Dark Lord. What do you do? Just consume the Moonshard here? Maybe no. You put your boots. You put your boots in your backpack while you have this. While you have this Aegis. Cheese on the Voids. Yeah, makes sense. I think cybercats, they just look for a game-ending fight here. Like I said, that Morphling doesn't want to be holding on to the buyback. He doesn't have it anyway because he wants the BKB, which he is going to be there in about 100 gold, so he's not too far away from it. 120 gold. We'll be able to buy it out. But, I mean, yeah, man. It means that now this Morphling, I mean, nobody apart from the Spirit Break has buyback, and it's all down to gold. A good fight for either side, though. Could see the Beastmaster, the Enchantress, the Scarith Mage get their buyback gold back. Techies maybe there as well. Carlos. Go for this one. The Morphling, furthest one forward, loads of sub is going to be there now as well. Netsphere tries to take the form, but on the back lines, there's going to be the Pulverize coming through. They're going to be able to lock down onto the Wind Ranger, the Scarith Mage, and the Beastmaster to clean up one. They get two. The Roar comes out here from the Beastmaster, but it's only a matter of time before he goes down. It is a 5, 6, 7 with the cheese. GG's going to be called. And Cybercats, again, a little bit of a rough start here. But they will with a 25k net worth lead, 20 kills to 11. 32 minutes and 27 seconds into this game, they will be able to take the victory. And Keftami, again, started off all right. There was some good rotations into the mid lane. You know, that rotation from both the Scarith Mage and the Enchantress, where they cleaned up the Spirit Breaker and the Void Spirit. It was a really good fight. It was a really good fight. But they just couldn't get what they wanted on the board after that, and it all just carried on growing and growing in favor of cybercats. So Keftomy with a really good start. There were signs of life. You know, there was some good sparks of life in there, but they just weren't able to close out game number 1. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to see if cybercats, are they going to be living up to their favorite status, or Keftomy, will they come back to challenge this one? We'll find out after this break.